Brother Rice Baseball is on the air live from 99th and Pulaski. Today we got a good one as your Brother Rice Crusaders will be taking on the Mount Carmel Caravan. As early action here is a first pitch foul. I'm Brian Sheehan. Alongside me is Michael Moonen. Mike, what are you looking for here in this matchup?
I think this should be a very high-scoring game. Last time, both teams combined to score 25 runs. This is a very talented Mount Carmel lineup. Obviously, last time with Cole on the mound, they scored 9 runs. Anytime he's pitching, it's very hard to put up that many.
Yeah, like you said, high-scoring affair last time these two teams met, which was on Tuesday, as the Crusaders came away with a 16-9 victory. As Callahan's 0-2 just misses for ball one.
This game, Ty Callahan, I've seen him pitch a lot. He's got a great experience throwing. I believe it was Bishop Dwenger who he threw against when they went to North Carolina, a top 5 team in the country. He throws a lot of fastballs. He's got a good curve, so yeah.
One of the great pitchers that Crusaders have, and also only a sophomore, one of the many they have, so part of this good young core that they have established.
His last appearance on the mound, I believe, came when they made up one of their Marmion games, bases loaded with 2 outs, and he got the strikeout to end the game. Would have pitched in the game that was canceled, I believe, which was Saturday, so it's the first time we're seeing Tyke here in a while.
And Callahan starts off strong with a strikeout. And let's meet your Caravan batting lineup. Following Austin Maley, it'll be TJ McQuillan, Patrick Hayes, Joey Russo, Colin Adams, Blaney Dowling, James Nidegger, Jamie Luna, and Joey Ireland. As TJ McQuillan's going to step in now. As that's a shot into right for a base hit, and the Caravan have their first hit of the day with a 1-out single.
And TJ McQuillan, only being a freshman, the fact that he is hitting second in this very good Caravan lineup is very impressive to me, as Bryce Neville's really playing more right center field. He takes advantage of the gap in right and just pulls it down the line there.
And they'll bring up Patrick Hayes for the Caravan. First pitch misses outside for ball one. Your defensive alignment for the Crusaders is Doherty in left, Hart's in center, Neville's in right, Gray over at first, Sullivan at second, Triesenberg at short, Natanic over at short, Triesenberg at third, Natanic over at short. Behind the dish is Naughton, and your starting pitcher is Ty Callahan.
Bryce, to me, has done a very good job of adjusting to playing right field, because last year, with how loaded that team was, they went to the semis. Bryce was their everyday DH. Now being an everyday right fielder, it looks like he has adjusted very well to this challenge.
Yeah, he's looked comfortable out there in the outfield this season, just making a lot of great plays, has a cannon of an arm, and just been able to do it all out there.
And another kid who's looked very good defensively is that left side of the infield, and Gavin, Triesenberg, and Jackson. With the amount of positions they've had to play this year, there have been some games where one of them has been in the outfield, shortstop, third base, second. They played all around the infield. And, for being such young guys, sophomores on varsity, they've looked very good defensively.
As Sullivan makes a diving stop, but the runner is safe at second. So great play by Sullivan to get that ball and keep it from going into the outfield, as Hayes has a fielder's choice. And Naughton's going to go out to talk to Callahan, as the Caravan have 2 runners on here early, with Joey Russo coming to bat.
Tyga does have a very overpowering fastball. He throws about upper 80s, but if the Caravan here can adjust to that fastball, it's very easy to see how there have been some hard hit balls so far early.
Yeah, they've been showing here early, like you said. They've been hitting the ball hard. That shows they're not afraid to swing, and they'll make you work for your strikes, and then they're gonna swing and swing hard. So Callahan has a 1-0 count. It's the 1-0. And that's into the parking lot and out of play. Crusaders coming to this 12-9, while the Caravan come in 13-6. Caravan have lost their past 2 games, losing yesterday to Loyola 4-3, and then losing to Crusaders on Tuesday.
You know, you'd like to think here Russo's going to expect fastball to see Ty try to get ahead.
That'll miss low and away for ball 2, and bring it to 2-1. Callahan looking to regain control and get even with the count, and that's going to be high for ball 3.
That was a very good take there from Russo, as that was a borderline pitch that he very easily could have swung at.
Callahan over to first, and Hayes is back in there safely. Caravan threatening early here with 2 runners on and only 1 out here in the top of the first. That's in there for strike 2, and that's going to make it a full count there on Russo.
You'd expect here Ty to try to throw something he's comfortable with, more of a strikeout pitch to try to end this at bat.
As Russo skies it to center, and that is caught. Throw into the cutoff, and Caravan will not test the throw. So there's 2 gone now here in the top of the first.
Great job by Hartz there to see the ball, get it in. And, TJ McClellan, I believe that is on a second base. Not much of a runner, more of a bigger guy. So it would have taken something, hit a little bit farther to get him to tag up.
And that'll bring up Colin Adams now with 2 gone here in the top of the first. Callahan looking to escape without any damage here in the top of the first. And that pitch is going to hit him, and that's going to load the bases for the Caravan.
And this is the guy. This is one guy who the Crusaders may not want to see up with the bases loaded. As yesterday, he hit a 3-run homer in the 16-9 loss for the Caravan.
It's Blaney Dowling stepping in. 2-sport athlete, also their quarterback for the football team. As he hits a slow roller over to second, and throw over to first is in time, so the Crusaders escape without any damage. No score after the top of 1. Bottom of first getting underway here. Still no score. Your Crusader batting lineup is going to be leading off Bryce Nevels, followed by Randall Naughton, Amir Gray, Gavin Triesenberg, Chris Doherty, Jackson Natanic, Rudy Perez, Ryan Hartz, and Sean Sullivan.
You know, Bryce Neville's just recently got moved to the leadoff spot. They started the season with Chris Doherty hitting leadoff, and recently it's worked well for the Crusaders as they've won, I think 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah, he's been good guy to have there, top of the lineup. Able to draw his walks and also put the ball in play. And he's got speed on him, too, which is essential for a leadoff man. As he skies that first pitch, and that'll go foul. Your starting pitcher for the Caravan is number 18, Matt Murphy. Murphy's 0-1 is in there for strike 2.
That's a great pitch there from Murphy to get ahead with a hard fastball. You know, he's really can throw anything here to Bryce Neville's.
Off speed is in the dirt for ball 1. The allowed environment here is these two teams kind of building a rivalry a little bit. They've had a lot of great games in the past. Last year's sectionals, Crusaders walked off them to advance the super sectionals. Just two great ball clubs who have had a lot of great games in the past meetings.
You know, yeah, anytime Rice Carmel play, even for football, basketball, baseball, even hockey, the game get there every time. You know, the arena gets packed, great game. These two schools always got great players.
And that misses for ball 2. Murphy's 2-2. Nevels rips it up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. So a leadoff single for Nevels, and the Crusaders have their leadoff man on.
You know, Nevels with a great job there, starting off behind 0-2. The pitcher really having a good control of the at-bat to take those 2 pitches, make him throw that fastball that he used to get ahead for the original 2 strikes and drive that up the middle.
Nevels doing a great job there, like you said, battling, fouling off pitches, making Murphy hit the strike zone, and then he got a nice hard grounder up the middle for a single. And so Murphy's going to throw over to first, and Nevels will slide back in. As Naughton's going to step in to the box now. Murphy kicks, fires, Naughton rips a hot shot down the third baseline. That's going to be a fair ball. Nevels going around third. He's going to be sent home. Naughton into second. Nevels slides and is safe. Naughton's going to advance to third, and Naughton has an RBI double, and the Crusaders are going to lead 1-0 early.
You know, that's great heads-up base running by Randall there to see that the catcher was a little bit slow to get that in. Kind of fumbled the baseball there on the tag. Looked a little bit, I don't know, very slow, hesitant to get it in, knowing that he's got speed. Gets over to third very quickly, slides in, and now you've got a man on third for Amir Gray, who's been hitting the ball well this year.
Just a great piece of hitting. Another hard hit ball by both teams. Both these teams swinging the bat well and putting the ball in play, and they're hitting it hard. As there's going to be a pinch runner for Naughton as Shane Walker is going to come in now.
Looks like the Mount Carmel coach did not like that fact that that ball was called fair. A little conversation with the ump.
And Amir Gray is going to come up now with still no one out. First pitch is in there for strike 1.
That's great location there by the starting pitcher for Mount Carmel to throw outside from the lefty Amir Gray. The righty-lefty matchup, usually the lefty has the advantage. So if he can locate the fastball, he should put away Amir.
As Gray fouls it out of play, and that'll make it 0-2 now. Gray looking to keep the hits coming and extend the Crusader lead. And that's going to be foul.
Great dodge there by Shane Walker on third base. Almost took a baseball to the head. That would have been rough.
Crusader bench getting loud here early. Is the 0-2. And that's out on to 99th Street.
Great job by the Crusaders here to really battle and force this starting pitcher to throw that fastball that he's used to get ahead and really put it in a favorable place.
And it's going to be in the dirt for ball one. And like you were saying, these Crusaders are battling, making them earn their strikes, fouling off pitches. Doing a great job making the pitcher work for his strikes, and they're getting the pitch count up high.
You know, this Mount Carmel pitcher does not seem to be able to locate his off-speed. Every single time we've seen him try to throw the off-speed when he's been ahead in the count to try to put these hitters away, it's bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, it's been in front of the plate, and that pitch just there was way left on the outside part of the plate, so hasn't been able to find a command or location for it yet.
You can tell this pitcher really wants to avoid the strike zone for fear of what Amir Gray could do to this baseball if he puts it there.
Gray has a lot of power on the bat and is very capable of put one over. As it's not too much wind here today, a little blowing in, but not too heavily. The 2-2 is low for ball three. So again, the Crusaders going to have another full count.
Again, still cannot locate that off speed that he's been trying to throw to Amir Gray to kind of get around him a little bit.
It's the 3-2. As Gray rips a shot into left center, that's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to score Walker. And that's going to be a 2-0 Crusaders lead.
And Amir Gray made him throw the fastball. He kept battling and battling and battling. And he finally got a pitch that he loved to hit, put it into left center, which Amir Gray hitting the ball opposite field. You'd love to see that.
Great piece of hitting there by Gray, especially, like you said, love to see him hitting the ball opposite field. That'll bring up Gavin Triesenberg here. A check swing foul down the first base line.
Gavin Triesenberg has really been hitting the ball lately. The reason for moving him into this cleanup spot and Bryce Neville's leadoff, you feel comfortable doing that knowing the fact that Gavin Triesenberg is going to produce runs in the heart of this Crusader order.
The 0-1. As Triesenberg lays down the bunt, Murphy wanted to go to second but couldn't get a handle on the ball, so he'll have to go to first. And that'll be the first out of the inning. So a sacrifice bunt for Gavin Triesenberg.
Smart play there by Triesenberg to lay down the bunt, or Mr. McBride giving him the bunt signal, knowing the fact that Triesenberg has got the speed to make it a close play. And Amir Gray looks like he took a good lead as he's taken right now off second base.
And that'll bring in Chris Doherty with one away and Gray at second. And pitch is in there for strike one.
Crusader bench really loving Chris Dortz here.
Here's the 0-1. Dortz rips it a shot. Grounder through the right side. That's past a diving Ireland. Gray is going to come around to score. And that's going to be an RBI single for Chris Doherty. And that'll make it 3-0 Crusaders.
Great heads up, or good hit there by Chris Doherty, taking this ball, which was pitched more to his right, and really extending out and poking it opposite field, just out of reach of that second baseman, and knowing the fact that that right fielder was playing deep there.
Crusaders having excellent hitting here. The bottom of the first, getting a lot of hard hit balls, hitting in the right spots. They've driven in 3 so far. As Murphy throws over to first.
And you'll notice the right fielder there for the Caravan moving, taking a couple steps to his right, leaving that right field line wide open. And with the speed of Chris Doherty there on first base, anything over there you figure would score him and at very worst get him to third.
Jackson Atanic's in the box for the Crusaders. Another sophomore on this team who's been hitting the ball really well lately. There's the 1-0, and Doherty's going to take off. That's called strike, and Doherty's into second safely with the stolen base.
You know, Doherty there really got a great lead, and it's going to take one heck of a throw from the catcher there because, you know, it looks like the pitcher for Carmel threw his off speed, and with the speed of Doherty, you know, there was almost no chance of getting him out.
So Doherty in scoring position for Natanic with one gone here in the first. So Natanic fouls it off. It's ahead in the off speed there.
Natanic there taking a very healthy cut at that off speed. Looks like he wanted to score Dortz with one hit, one swing.
Here's the 1-2. Natanic goes down swinging. Throw over to first is in time. No, he's off the bag, and he's going to be safe. Doherty's going to advance to third. So Natanic's going to reach first on a drop third strike.
You love to see great heads-up base running there by both Jackson and Doherty. Doherty on the drop third strike, hustling over there, sliding in, almost no throw. And then Jackson to just not walk to first base like most people would do in a drop third strike, but run over there fast as you can, force the catcher to make a good throw, and now we got first and third.
And that's going to bring up the DH, Rudy Perez, with still only one out and runners on the corners for the Crusaders.
You know, Rudy Perez has been a very recent addition to this lineup as of the about last 2-3 weeks or so. Hasn't got a lot of playing time these last couple weeks. Yesterday, 2 for 5 with a double.
As Perez fouls it off, as Natanic had an attempted steal. Very good speed on the base paths for the Crusaders. Doherty, good speed over at third. Natanic, good speed over at first. Look for him to steal here.
You know, Rudy Perez here doesn't have to hit this ball very far or hard with the speed that's on third base. You figure anything that finds even the little list of gaps would score Doherty on third there.
Yeah, pretty much anything in the outfield is going to bring Doherty home. So Murphy's going to throw over to first again, and Natanic's back in there safely on a bang-bang play.
You know, it appears Murphy, every time before he pitches, taking that look over to first base, very wary of the speed of Natanic on first.
Here's the 0-1. Is inside for ball one.
Murphy here still trying to get ahead with this fastball, only this time the fastball missed the zone.
Murphy's going to throw over to first, and the Kangs once again give it back in there. That appeared to be a balk, but no call was made. This pitch is in there for strike two. So it's 1-2 now. So 1-2 is inside, and it'll make it a 2-2 count.
It's a great take from Rudy there on a very, very close pitch. You know, Murphy here is going to try to get ahead and throw that fastball, which he seemed to throw all game.
And Perez, if I was Perez, I'd be expecting a fastball somewhere over the plate. This pitch is low, and it's going to miss and bring it to a full count as Natanic steals second. So once again, another full count for the Crusaders.
You know, the Caravan really afraid of that steal with the amount of times you saw Murphy turn and try to pick off Jackson.
Murphy's 3-2 is low for ball four, and the Crusaders are going to have the bases loaded with still only one out.
They continue to battle, continue to extend counts. It feels like other than that one Randall hitting the top of the inning on the first pitch, every single at-bat has been 4, 5, 6, even some 7 pitches. Really making this pitcher work here.
And Ryan Hart's stepping in now with the bases loaded. And Hart's rips it foul. Hard hit ball by Hart's.
Seems like all game, even if it's fair or foul, the Crusaders have continued to hit that fastball very hard, hit some good line drives.
Pitch is low for ball 1.
There it is again with the off speed of Murphy, which has continually bounced in front of the plate.
And the Crusaders making it hard on Murphy. Like you said, they've been all over the fastball, and he hasn't been able to find any command or location for his off speed. Pitch misses high for ball 2.
Hart's here getting ahead, forcing him to throw that fastball, which seems like has been tattooed all game by this Crusader lineup.
Here's the 2-1. As Hart's rips a line drive into left. That would be a base hit. That's going to score Doherty. Here comes Natanic. The throw is offline. And that's going to be a 2-run single for Doherty. And the hits keep coming. It is 5-0 Crusaders.
Great job by Ryan Hart's there to find a gap. Put it right in front of Blaney Dowling, who was playing a little bit farther back. And Jackson, good hustle home because, as has been said previously, Blaney Dowling, 2-sport athlete, quarterback for Carmel. That's not an arm that most teams choose to run on.
It's a hit parade for the Crusaders as the Caravan are going to have a meeting out on the mound. Well, Mike, we got the NFL draft tonight. Bears picking at number 9. Who would you like to see them pick?
I'd like to see them go get Peter Skoronsky. I think it'd be a great story getting the hometown kid from Maine South. As much as, I'm not a big Maine South guy, for the football team, we'll play them week 1. I'd like to see Peter Skoronsky on the Bears.
And predictions for who's going 1?
I got C.J. Stroud.
It's really?
I know Bryce Young is the consensus pick. I know everybody loves to talk. I don't even know what. Everyone's mocking me. I don't know what type of test people are talking about that recently made headlines. He scored very low, but as CJ said, I agree with his sentiment of, you're playing football professional, you're not taking tests professionally.
Yeah. I have to see how it plays out later tonight. As Sean Sullivan's going to step in now with bases still loaded for the Crusaders. Or, runners on the corners. And the pitch is inside for ball 1.
Already here, just looking at the scoreboard, 5-0, an outpouring of runs in the first inning. If you are Murphy, you would love to get this out here because Bryce Nevels has just stepped into the on-deck circle.
As Hart's is going to steal second. So once again, the Crusaders have runners in scoring position. And like you said, if you're Murphy, you want to get this out because Nevels up in the on-deck circle had a hard hit ball his first at-bat. You would not want to face him with the bases loaded.
And only 1 out as well here.
Pitches on the outside corner for strike 2. And they'll bring it to 1-2. It's the 1-2. As Doherty swings and misses for strike 3. And there's 2 out here. And back to the top of the lineup for Crusaders as Neville's going to dig in with 2 gone and runners on second and third.
This is not the guy Murphy wanted to see with 2 guys in scoring position and already down 5.
Neville's had a hard hit single his first time up. First pitch misses for ball 1.
The same way that he did with Amir Gray, you could tell he's not really Murphy's not really attacking the zone with Bryce Nevels. He's trying to sort of get a hit at the corners here, not really trying to get after him with that fastball.
The 1-0. Neville's ahead of it, but fouls it off. Crusaders have an early 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Neville skies it, but it's going to go behind him, into the parking lot, and out of play. That'll make it a 1-2 count with 2 gone here in the bottom of the first, and runners on second and third.
A lot of souvenirs for the fans this game, being hit back behind the field.
Murphy is 1-2. Neville's foul tipped end of the glove, and that's going to end the inning. But not before a huge inning for the Crusaders. Really hitting the ball well. A 5-run first, and they lead early 5-0.
If you have been looking for the best place to watch sports in Chicago, then look no further. The Whistle Sports Bar and Grill boasts 28 TVs, 2 video walls, and a processor allowing 4 games on 1 TV. Owned by proud Brother Rice alum Joe Lombardo, the Whistle is located at 4911 West 95th Street in Oak Lawn. For more information, visit whistle95.com.
Welcome back. Top of the second getting underway here as a quick first out for the Crusaders. After a big first inning for them, scoring 5 runs on 5 hits as they have an early 5-0 lead.
That's exactly what you love to see for the Crusaders. You love to see Ty keep the pitch count down, force the Crusaders to stay out of their bullpen, use Ty the whole game here.
Jamie Luna is going to step in, and he skies up on the first pitch. Naughton's under it and makes the catch. And 2 quick outs here in the top of the second.
It's a beautiful grab there from Randall Naughton. You know, I had a brother that played baseball back in the day, played a little catcher. It is not easy taking the mask off, getting under it, grabbing that ball.
And that'll bring up Joey Ireland, another freshman on this Caravan team. As he's swinging on that first pitch, and that's out of play. Like you were saying earlier, you love to see it with Callahan getting these 2 quick outs. You know, sometimes as a pitcher, you're happy your offense is getting those big, long innings, but then also it could affect you because it's been a while since you've thrown, so you don't know how you're going to respond coming back out.
Having a defense like this behind you is a blessing for Tig. Guys like Jackson that can play multiple spots all throughout the infield, play a little bit of outfield, Triesenberg.
Callahan's 1-1. Just misses for ball 2.
Now this is where Tig tends to throw that fastball. You see what if the Caravan expected here.
Just missed again for ball 3. We'll make it 3-1. Trying to make him go upstairs. It's in there for strike 2. And that'll bring it to a full count.
You know, that fastball, like I said earlier, upper 80s, when that fastball comes close to you, it is a very, very scary thing.
Look for an off-speed here from Callahan. As fastball, but Ireland fouls it off and stays alive. Like you were saying, that fastball up and in, he'll try to jam you with that. That's not fun. That's not a fun pitch to see.
I would not like to be a baseball player on Mount Carmel trying to hit upper 80s up and in.
The 3-2. Another foul ball. So Ireland battling here, making Callahan work.
It's the first time we've seen a batter here for Mount Carmel really make Tig work, try and foul pitches off.
Callahan gets the sign from Nauden and delivers. And that pitch misses for ball 4, so Ireland draws the 2-out walk. And that'll bring it back up to the top of the lineup with Austin Malley stepping in.
You know, if you're Tig here, this can't worry you very much. You've got a good defense behind you. The guy's only on first base. You got 2 outs already.
Tig checking over at first. First pitch is outside. Nauden thought about throwing over, but ultimately did not. It's the 1-0. This is low for ball 2.
You know, if you're Tig here, you do not want to be pitching from behind because it's a very dangerous Caravan lineup. Even if they're down 5-0, we saw them yesterday go score 9 runs.
As the pitching coach is going to walk out there and just have a quick talk after the 2-0 falling out behind. And like you said, this is a Caravan team that can respond very quickly. Both these teams have great offenses, and Caravan are easily capable of doing just what the Crusaders did, putting up a big offensive inning.
Yeah, you know, you'd love to just get this out right now, go back to your dugout, and go let Randall Nauden pick up the bat and take a swing at it, who just had a triple last time he stepped up.
Callahan's 2-0. It's in there for strike 1. Two out, runner on first for the Caravan. As Crusaders looking to get another shutout inning. As that's ripped down the left field line, but it's going to hook foul. So Callahan battling back now. He's even with the hitter at 2-2. Looking to finish off the inning here with another good inning.
You know, Tig here can really throw anything that he wants now that he's even in the count.
That pitch is in the dirt for ball 3, and it's going to make it a full count.
This is a very big pitch for Tig. You do not want to have runners on first and second and give the Caravan the momentum.
Ireland with a full count and 2 outs. He's going to be running on this pitch. There goes Ireland. That's a shot over the shortstop, Natanic, over to Gray, and that's going to be the 3rd out. So Callahan makes quick work of the Caravan lineup, and score remains 5-0. Bottom of the second getting underway here as Randall Naughton's going to lead things off for the Crusaders. Matt Murphy had a rough first inning, allowing 5 runs on 5 hits. How do you rebound from that and have a good inning here?
I mean, I would say you got to not attack the zone as much with certain guys, kind of hit that off speed that you kind of struggle to hit.
As Naughton lays down a bunt, and that's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a bunt single.
I was just about to say before you asked me that question, Randall, even though he plays catcher and most catchers aren't the fastest guys in the world, he's starting running back for the football team. Very fast kid. You do not want to let the ball find a gap or an alley with him. He is a stolen base threat waiting to happen.
As Walker's going to come in to pinch run over at first, and Gray's going to step in. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Gray lays down a bunt, but that's going to be foul.
A big gap over there in right center field for Amir.
Could also got the right field line open, pull a ball right down near the right field line, roll to the wall. This pitch misses outside for ball 1.
Shane Walker on here is stolen base threat. They put him in for Randall. Most McBride tends to go to him as a pinch runner. Most games put him in for Randall. You do not want to, if you're the catcher here for Mount Carmel, you do not want to drop a ball or let something get behind you.
Gray swings through it for strike 2. And is 1-2 now on the first baseman. Walker gathers his lead over at first. The 1-2, Walker steals second. Going for second, excuse me. And he's in there safely. So Walker does steal second.
There it is.
And like you were saying, that speed. A stolen base threat at all times, and he's showing it there. So Walker in scoring position now for Gray. He looks to bring in another RBI. Pitches high for ball 3. That's going to bring it to a full count with Triesenberg waiting on deck.
I don't know what you do here if you're Matt Murphy, because your fastball has gotten hit very hard all game, but it seems to be the only pitch he could find the strike zone with. And Amir Gray is not the guy you want to serve up a fastball to.
And Gray is going to go down looking. So 1 down for the Crusaders as Triesenberg's going to dig in. So Murphy went with the off speed, and it paid off. So he got, as he froze Gray. That first pitch is low for ball 1.
Triesenberg got great speed in the box here. Speed to turn anything into a little gap in the outfield and extra bases.
And Murphy attempted to throw over to second, but held on to the ball. Triesenberg looking to put something in the outfield and score Walker. That's in there for strike 1.
You can't blame Murphy here. Every single time he goes to pitch, looking back at a runner for the Crusaders. They've been very, very aggressive this game, and it has paid off.
The 1-1. Inside for ball 2. Murphy with that big long first inning and wanting to make quick work in the second inning. Otherwise, he's going to have pitch count trouble early. As Walker's going for third, and Triesenberg's going to hit that back. See if Walker's going to try for third again here on this pitch. 2-2. Triesenberg hits a foul. over by the third base.
A lot of foul balls here for the Crusaders, making Murphy work.
Murphy's 2-2. Another foul ball by Trusenberg. He's doing a great job battling, like all the Crusader batters have. Just battling, fighting off pitches.
Eventually he'll get something in the zone that he likes.
Murphy checking over at second. As Trusenberg rips another foul ball. What a battle here by Gavin Trusenberg.
It's a great line drive there by Trusenberg. All you got to do is, if he gets that pitch again, I do not think that it will go foul like that. I think should get in the outfield, find a gap, and I think Walker will score.
It's been ahead on the off speeds. Just got to try and wait back on him. And that pitch is in the dirt for ball 3 as Walker's going to steal third on the wild pitch.
You know, I said in the beginning of the inning, you do not want to let a ball drop if you're the catcher, because Shane Walker, very good speed on second base, very easily gets in there for the stolen base.
So it'll be a full count here. It's Murphy's 3-2 delivery as Trusenberg rips a fly ball to center. That's going to be down for a base hit. That's going to roll over to the wall. Trusenberg racing for third. He's going to be in there for an RBI triple. Him and Walker trade places, and that's going to be a 6-0 Crusader lead.
I said it. You don't want to serve him up another fastball like that again. He saw it once. He fouls it off. Trusenberg probably knew what he did, and he saw it again, and that's it.
Yeah, like you were saying, he was going to get a pitch hit at some point. He was battling, fighting pitches off, and he was able to wait back on the off-speed and drive a triple over to center field.
Yeah, that's the payoff if you stay patient in the box like that. Get a good pitch to hit. He got one, fouled it off. Happens when you get what you like. Happens when you get another good pitch that you like. You won't make that mistake again.
I'll bring in Chris Doherty now with the Caravan infield playing in. And that pitch is low for ball 1.
Caravan infield seem to be very wary of the fact that Chris Doherty has got some good speed and can lay down a bunt.
Off speed, low and inside for ball 2, so a 2-1 now on Doherty. With the infield in, Doherty make it harder to get a base hit, but anything that's just over the head, like a bloop single, bloop single becomes more in play now.
I'm very surprised that the infield would play this far in. Chris Doherty is a very capable power hitter and could really put something in the gap here.
Obviously, Doherty doesn't want the bloop, but it's more in play now with the infield in, as he's not going to get the bloop. He's going to draw the walk. So the Crusaders are going to have runners on the corners with only 1 out.
And if I were a betting man, I would say, based on what has happened all game, I would expect Chris Doherty to steal here.
As Natanik's going to be stepping in for the Crusaders. Crusaders runners on the corners and only 1 gone. Crusader bench getting loud here in the second inning. They've been loud all game.
And the infield has stepped back for Natanik.
Doherty, good speed over at first. Wouldn't be surprised if he won't still. And Murphy is going to throw over to first.
You'd expect that from Murphy, who's been ran out all game long.
Doherty does not take off, and Natanik Stats hits one into the parking lot. Just missed a car. Murphy throwing over to first again. As a pitcher, you wouldn't think he'd be that concerned about the runner on first when he got a runner over at third.
I figure the Caravan are going to go to this bullpen at some point soon.
As it looks like they got someone just stretching in the bullpen over down the right field line. Pitches inside as Doherty steals second without a throw. So 2 runners in scoring position for Natanic. Still only 1 gone.
You know, you almost feel bad for this catcher at this point. I feel like he's been run on the entire game. The Crusaders have been very aggressive, and it has paid off in dividends.
So Natanic fouls one out in the parking lot once again, and that'll make it 2-2. His Caravan have shifted back to infield in.
And you know, Natanic is not a guy that you like to put the infield in on. He's got a very good bat.
He hits the ball hard and he hits it far. He's got a lot of power. Triesenberg's going to hold on the wild pitch. It's going to be a full count here with Perez waiting on deck.
You know, Rudy Perez has hit the ball well these last couple of days, so you would like to get him up if you're the Crusaders, see what he could do.
It's Natanic, a little blooper into center. That's going to drop down for a base hit. An RBI single for Natanic. That's going to score Triesenberg. That'll make it 7-0.
That is a great play there by Natanic, knowing that the ball would drop in front of him, taking off before the center fielder could get to the ball, already having a sizable lead before the center fielder could even attempt to throw home.
And with that infield in, like we were saying earlier, the blue pit's a lot more in play, I think. You know, if the infield's playing regular shift, the shortstop's probably under that and makes the catch.
Yeah, you know, that's what I was saying earlier. Natanic, not a guy you want to bring the infield in on. You know, that's a good point. The shortstop probably could have came up and made the catch there, but with the infield in and Caravan being so worried about a possible bunt, very easily scored.
So once again, Crusaders going to have runners on the corners with 1 gone and Rudy Perez stepping in.
Rudy Perez, 2 for 5 at the last game. The last time the Caravan and Crusaders played yesterday, Rudy Perez was 2 for 5, swinging a great bat, and now with 2 men in scoring position, you'd like to see Rudy capitalize.
Another stolen base for Natanic. The 1-0. Perez hits a hard grounder over to third base line. That's going to get past the third baseman. Doherty's going to score. Natanic's going to score. And Perez has a 2-run double. And that's going to make it 9-0 Crusaders.
You know, another double for Rudy Perez. And, you know, that is just a very, very tough play for the third baseman. You know, I'm not sure that would be an error. I mean, that, you know, took a very tough bounce in front of the third baseman, went into that outfield. You know, there's nothing really you can do there.
Yeah, the third baseman, T.J. McQuillan, he was there. Like you said, the ball just took a weird bounce.
I mean, you know, he was in very good position to field the ball, but, you know, very hard hit line drive, as the Crusaders have been doing all game, hitting the ball hard, bounced right up in front of him and went into the outfield. And with Blaney Dowling playing a very, very deep infield, you know, that's a play that Blaney had to really hustle up and make sure that there was no more damage done, or Rudy did not advance and get a triple.
Crusaders continuing to hit here. It's a 5-run first and 4 runs and counting here in the second. Still only 1 out. So they want to add to this lead. As there's going to be a pinch runner for Perez, as number 10, Connor Lyons, is going to come in and run for Perez.
You know, every single time Coach McBride has gone to a pinch runner, he has sent him and tried to get a stolen base out of him. So you'd figure what's going to happen next is going to be Connor Lyons going to try to steal third here with Sullivan coming up to bat.
So Hart's stepping in, going to try to continue the great hitting by this Crusader team. as Lyons is going to go for third. Throw down is not in time. And just like you said, Lyons going to try to steal third, and he's in there safely. As that pitch is in there for strike one, it'll be a 1-1 count.
The infield moving in here for Ryan Hartz. You know, the infield then has been a bad decision for the Caravan, as we just saw with Mechanic hitting the ball, kind of a bloop single into the outfield, too far for the center fielder, but you know, too far for the second baseman as well.
That Caravan bullpen is well active now, as they got a pitcher now starting throwing. Have to imagine that this will be Murphy's last inning, but if he can't get an out soon, his batters might be limited. A 2-1. Hartz skies it. Hayes over by the fence, and that's going to be out of play.
You know, Hartz with a hit earlier, looking to go 2 for 2 on the day. Ryan Hartz normally does not, kind of a rotational outfielder. Good to see him getting some playing time and doing well.
Murphy's 2-2. He's low and away for ball 3, so another full count. It's been the story of the day by this Crusader team. They're battling, they're hitting the ball hard, making Murphy earn his strikes. They've had a lot of full counts.
Hartz will probably see this fastball again.
You were right on the fastball, but Hartz swings through it, forced out number 2. That's going to bring up Sean Sullivan with 2 gone and a runner on third.
And you'd like to get Sullivan here, because on deck, Bryce Nevels, who has seen the ball very well today.
First pitch is in there for strike 1. Have to imagine with Murphy's pitch count and just his control and his command that this would have to be his last batter no matter what. Second pitch, just misses for ball 1.
Yeah, you know, I agree. This is probably his last batter. 9-0 lead already. I think the Caravan probably going to go to their bullpen. I'm interested to see what some of these arms are going to do against a very hot Crusader lineup.
As Sullivan hits a bloop hit as Murphy tripped trying to get over to first. So that's going to be a bloop single for Sullivan. And that's going to make it 10-0 Crusaders.
You know, Sullivan is a speedster. He is one of those guys on this team, one of the very many that you do not want to let a ball find an alley, or else it will probably be a hit.
And manager is out by the mound. Bullpen pitcher is walking over towards the dugout, and signs are showing that looks like it's going to be it for Matt Murphy.
So I definitely feel like I'm well prepared. I've gotten tons of help from teachers after school. During my junior year, I had a pre-calc honors class that I really struggled with. And so I literally lived in my math teacher's classroom. I mean, every single day, 2-3 hours, I would be in there just learning, getting help, because I struggled with it in grammar school. So the academics definitely is a standout here for me.
We are a college prep school. We concentrate on the STEMs. The boys have a wonderful engineering program. They have strong teachers. They feel we're preparing confidence. We have alumni that come back and tell us we were ready, we were prepped for college. So that instills a lot of confidence in us, and it tells us that we are doing something right.
I believe it prepares you better because you're individualized. Like if your grades start slipping or you stop turning in work, your teachers will pull you after class and talk to you, or your counselor will pull you and talk to you and be like, do you need to change something, or do you need to just talk about something and get something off your mind so you can be better prepared.
Crusader fans, enjoy a fresh, handcrafted meal and hometown hospitality at your neighborhood Culver's in Evergreen Park. Owned and operated by Matt Herman, Brother Rice class of 2008, Culver's in Evergreen Park offers butterburgers, frozen custard, and incredible Wisconsin cheese curds. Culver's, welcome to delicious. New pitcher on the mound for the Caravan, number 15, Joey Zibidin, with 2 gone and a runner on first for the Crusaders.
You know, the lefty-righty matchup here, very favorable to Bryce Nevels.
Neville's been seeing the ball well today. The Crusaders have continued to hit the ball extremely well, have a 10-0 lead in the second inning. Pitches in the dirt. Sullivan steals second. And once again, Crusaders have a runner in scoring position.
We've seen great heads-up base running from the Crusaders here this entire game. Between drop third strikes, bloop singles, great base stealing.
Zibidin's 2-1 is high for ball 3. So a 3-1 count on Nevels.
Zibidin looks like here he's trying to get Bryce to swing at something that is not a strike. Staying with the strategy that Murphy had of not attacking Bryce.
So Nevels skies one behind him and on to 99th. Crusaders looking to keep it rolling here with 2 gone and a runner on second. And that pitch is low and inside for ball 4. So Neville's going to draw the walk, and that's going to bring up Randall Naughton.
Randall's been swinging a great bat this game already with a couple RBIs, a triple. He's gotten on well today.
Hit the ball hard. A lot of power in that bat, like you said, starting running back for the Crusader football team. So he's got a lot of strength, and then he's got a lot of speed, which is, you don't expect that a lot from a catcher. That pitch is low again for ball 1. Two runners on for Crusaders, 2 out. Off speed is up high for ball 2.
Zibidin looks like he is struggling to find the strike zone here.
Caravan looking to just get out of the inning after yet another big offensive inning for Crusaders. The 2-0. Naughton foul tips that and make it 2-1. Sullivan over at second. Neville's on first with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Fastball inside for ball 3. So a 3-1 count on Naughton with Gray waiting on deck.
Amir Gray, one of the Crusaders' great power bats. If Randall could walk here, you would love to see that, as it would be bases loaded for Amir Gray.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. Naughton draws the walk, and Gray is going to come in with the bases loaded and 2 gone here in the bottom of the second. As Shane Walker going to come in for Naughton over at first.
Looks like we're going to start seeing some substitutions for the Crusaders, as on deck is number 20. I believe that's Matt Spell.
As Gray It's a fly ball on the left. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Sullivan scores. Here comes Nevels. Walker into third. So Amir Gray has a 2-run double. The hits keep on coming for the Crusaders, and that's going to be a 12-0 lead.
Amir Gray has hit the ball to the opposite field very well today with a hit in left center earlier and a hit down the left field line right now.
As Matt Spell is going to step in for the Crusaders. Crusaders getting a couple subs in here. First pitch is high and inside for ball 1. Gray standing on second. Walker standing over at third. Looking to keep it rolling here. Pitch is in there for strike 1. Zibidin's 1-1. Got the bottom part of the zone for strike 2.
Zibidin really throwing some great pitches here to Matt Spell, finding great, throwing it, all areas of the strike zone.
The 1-2. Just missed outside. And we'll bring it to 2-2.
Zibidin here could really throw anything in his arsenal with a 2-2 count. Very pitcher friendly.
As Spell stays alive. Fouls it back.
Love to see the Crusaders battling against Zibidin, who, the Caravan went down. I believe he came in when they were down, 9 runs? Looks like he's doing the damage control for the most part, assuring that the Caravan don't have to go deeper into this bullpen for their future games.
As Spell gonna foul another pitch off. All the Crusader hitters battling. Starters, bench players, sub-ins, everyone not going down without a fight. Zibidin's 2-2. Inside for ball 3. So that's going to be a full count on Spell with 2 gone.
And if Matt Spell were to get on here, it would load the bases for Chris Doherty, who has seen the ball very well today.
Spell gonna look for a pitch to hit. He's been battling a lot. Like earlier, we were saying earlier, Triesenberg fouling pitches off. Finally got a pitch to hit and drove it. As Spell is gonna fly it into right, and that'll be caught for the 3rd out. Once again, big inning for the Crusaders. Another hit parade. Bats are rolling. After 2, your score: Crusaders 12, Caravan 0. Yeah. Top of the third, getting underway here. Your score, Brother Rice 12, Mount Carmel 0. Another long wait for Ty Callahan, as we were saying as the top of the second started. As a pitcher, you love it when you often has those big innings, but then also it could hurt you because you haven't thrown in a while. So what do you expect to see here from Callahan as we start the third?
I expect to see Ty try to do the more of the same, attack the zone with that upper 80s fastball that has really troubled the Caravan hitters all day, and throw that curve effectively.
As McQuillan is ahead on a 3-0 count. As that pitch is in there for strike one.
These Crusader outfielders, for the most part, other than one play to Ryan Hart's in the outfield, have not had to work very hard today. Ty has done a good job of keeping the ball out of the air and, a lot of plays on the infield.
Yeah, Ty's done a great job with his command, keeping balls out of the outfield, like you said, and just limiting a lot of damage. Caravan were hitting a lot in the first, but he shut him down in the second. As that's a grounder over to Sullivan at second. Over to Gray. Throw pulls him off the bag, and that's going to be an error on Sullivan.
Ty probably won't be too affected by that error. He's got a big cushion for a lead, and, he's really that fastball has really stuffed the Caravan hitters for most of the game. And there you see, again, another ground ball, which seems to be the case all game so far.
So Hayes pops it up. Nevels is under it, comes running in, and makes the catch for the first out.
It's a great play from Bryce Nevels, who, again, as I said earlier, this is his first year playing in the outfield. Last year, the everyday DH, and, that's not a play most outfielders can make. Hustling down the line, going to your left. Shallow hit ball.
Joey Russo is going to step in for the Caravan with one gone. And McQuillan over at first. So Russo, hot shot over to third. That's going to get past Spell, and that's going to be a base hit.
Russo really saw that fastball there. Tyke's been throwing him the fastball all game. It has not hit it very much, but, that's what happens there. When you make good contact on an upper 80s fastball, it'll be a good line drive.
So 2 runners on for the Caravan with 1 gone, as Colin Adams is going to step in. First pitch is high for ball 1. Crusaders love a double play here. Get him out of an inning. Here's the 1-0. Just missed for ball 2.
This is a very favorable matchup for the hitter here, that lefty-righty matchup.
Callahan throws over to second. Throw is high. Hits off Montanic's glove, but Sullivan is there.
Great heads-up play there by Sullivan to save what could have been another base and put a runner in scoring position for the Caravan.
The 2-0. Adams hits a shot into right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to go all the way to the wall. One run's going to score, and that's going to be an RBI double for Colin Adams, and that'll make it 12-1.
Bryce Nevels, even though it's over his head, gets the ball in quick, and, on a hard hit play like that, which could have scored many runs and been trouble for the Crusaders, only scores 1 run.
So that'll bring up Blaney Dowling with 2 on and still 1 out for the Caravan. First pitch is there for strike 1. There's the 0-1. As Dowling rips a shot into left, and Doherty's going to play it on the hop. So that was a hard hit RBI single from Blaney Dowling, and it's a 12-2 lead for the Crusaders.
Great play there by Doherty to play it on a hop, not make an error, get it in cleanly, and only one run comes across.
So runners on the corners with one gone for James Nidegger. Like we were saying earlier, like Callahan hadn't thrown in a while. Obviously, he was loving that big inning, but he hadn't thrown in a while, so it could have messed up his timing, messed up his routine a little bit, and that could be part of the reason for this inning.
You know, if you're the Crusaders here, you'd love it if the Caravan could get no more runs across, because I believe, what is Slaughter, 10 runs after 5?
15 after 4, 10 after 5.
So, you know, you'd love to see the Crusaders hold the Caravan here, play it out a couple more innings, and win by Slaughter, get everybody home early.
It's a slow roll over to second, Sullivan to first, and that throw's going to be offline. So Dowling's going to advance to third. Another missed throw by Sullivan, and they'll make it 12-3.
You know, if you're tied, you know, you just got to put those errors aside. You know, errors happen. Everybody misses plays, but, you know, you got to know you're still up 9 runs.
That's a hard hit ball, foul. As Jamie Luna steps in.
You know, Ty Callahan has thrown the ball, you know, gotten ahead so much in this game. He's only at 51 pitches for as many hits as the Caravan have this inning. You can afford innings like this when you get ahead in the count like Ty has all game and get quick outs.
As count moves to 1-1 on the pitch in the dirt from Callahan. Callahan throws over to first. A 1-1. Inside for ball 2. A 2-1. A grounder by the third base line, and that's going to be foul. That'll bring it to 2-2 now. Callahan looking for the punch out here on Luna.
I'd love to see Tig here throw that curveball that he's got. You know, 2-2, you can afford to throw a breaking ball and have it miss in the dirt.
To really fool a hitter, because a lot of time with a hitter with 2 strikes, you're going to be expecting heater, and he does just that. He throws him with the curve, gets him to chase, and there'll be 2 gone. Great prediction. Great prediction. With 2 away, runners on the corner with the Caravan, Joey Ireland is going to step in. Pitch misses outside for ball 1.
You know, Tig should try to get ahead in the count here. You know, he's done that in the past innings, you know. Not as well this inning. You'd love to see him start getting ahead of hitters again.
And Tig fooled Ireland there with the off speed. Ireland ducking, thinking it was going to hit him, and it went right over the plate. And Ireland swings through that one for strike 2. So a 1-2 count now on Ireland. Got him looking, strike 3. Callahan brought the heat to end the inning. Caravan score 3. Score is Crusaders 12, Caravan 3. Bottom of the third, getting underway here. Crusaders lead 12-3 as Chris Doherty is going to step in to lead things off. As Joey Zibidin back out there for another inning of work.
Could take there from Chris, get ahead in the count now, force him to throw you that fastball.
This pitch misses high for ball 2. 2 breakout innings for this Crusaders offense. A 5-run first, 7-run second, massing 12 runs, 11 hits. Looking to repeat that again here in the third inning. As that pitch is low for ball 3. So 3-0 count on Doherty with Natanic waiting on deck.
Doherty, one of the many Crusader hitters here that you do not want on base for fear of his speed and base stealing ability.
And Doherty draws the walk and has shown, like you've been saying, he's been showing that speed and stealing ability every time he's been on base. So a leadoff walk, and that's going to do it for Zibidin. New pitcher for the Caravan coming on when we come back.
Yes. Bracco's Restaurant and Pizza has several convenient locations throughout the south side, including Mount Greenwood, Beverly, and Evergreen Park. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, Bracco's has a long line of Brother Rice alumni. Bracco's offers delicious, classic Italian cuisine. Dine-in, pickup, and delivery are available. Please visit their website at www.braccos.com for more.
New pitcher on the mound for the Crusaders. New pitcher on the mound for the Caravan as Austin Bringle is going to come on in relief as Jackson Atanic steps in with Doherty over at first.
In the outfield here, playing Jackson as a pull hitter.
One out count on Jackson. Bringles 1-0. In there for strike one.
That is a very tough pitch to hit. Up and in to try to jam him. You know, I would not want to be Jackson hitting that type of fastball like that.
Here comes the 1-1. Is low and outside for ball 2. So it'll be 2-1 on Natanic.
Great job by Jackson there to stay ahead in the count, knowing what he might get now. Jackson has hit this fastball very well all game.
And if the formula is going to continue for the Crusaders, past 2 innings, they've got their leadoff man on. This inning, they have their leadoff man on. So hopefully it means the same result, another big inning for the Crusaders.
And you know, the key to this Crusader game here, from what I've noticed, just almost on cue right there, has been the stolen base. They've got, I believe that would make 9 stolen bases.
And Doherty, yes, showing off the speed for their 9th stolen base.
Formula here seems to have been just get the leadoff man on, steal a base, and then they've hit very well with runners in scoring position all game long.
A 3-1 count on Natanic. It's low for ball 4, so Natanic draws the walk. And Crusaders got 2 runners on with no one out. As number 11, Brandon Arnold's going to step in.
You know, the Crusaders here should get a couple runs across. You'll have to see what they can do with Brendan Arnold, a power bat up on deck, and in the hole, Ryan Hartz, who has seen the ball very well all day, has got on base each time he's been up.
His first pitch misses high for ball 1. Arnold committed to play baseball at Loras College next year. As catcher's going to walk out to the mound and have a quick talk with the pitcher. Discuss a little game plan here. As this has been the story of the day. Crusaders been getting their runners on. They've been getting them in scoring position, and then they've been hitting the ball well.
Feels like they've gotten ahead in the count all day as well, as you've seen each of these last 3 at-bats. And then, you know, when you force a pitcher to pitch from behind, you get more pitches you like to try to get in the strike zone, like that fastball that the Crusaders have hit very well all game long, to the tune of 12 runs on, I believe that would be, 13 hits?
Arnold, grounder over to the left side. Backhanded by the shortstop. Throw over to first. Arnold dives in at first and is going to make it in safely. And Doherty's going to score RBI for Arnold.
You know, Arnold there with a very smart hit, pull the ball across the infield, put the ball on the ground, advance Jackson over and Chris, who are both very fast and could have scored. And, you know, even on a close play are sure to get in.
The BRTV member, Brendan Arnold, getting on base, driving in 1. Crusaders are having themselves a day, making it 13-3.
You'll have to see Brendan representing BRTV with that, you know, good hustle into first base. You'll have to see the slide. You don't traditionally see a slide into first base, but, you know, you'll love to see it.
He wanted that hit as Hartz flies it on the left. As Natanic is going to be doubled up, as they're going to rule that a catch in left field. As there's some confusion, as there's believed to be an Natanic tagged up. But looks like the call, with no replay, the call is going to stand. So it's going to be a double play as Natanic is going to be able to force out a 3. I mean, to me, it looked like Natanic tagged up and left after Dowling made the catch.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, that's a very tough call for the ump because, you know, like you said, with no replay review in the outfield, you know, Blaney kind of did a little somersault and, you know, from where we are in the press box, kind of hid the ball a little bit. And, you know, the ump's got the pretty much same angle as we do, you know, for a kind of a bang-bang play like that where you can't look at replay review, you know. I mean, it's anyone's call.
So 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd with Sean Sullivan stepping in. Arnold over at first, and that pitch misses high for ball 1.
And, you know, Brendan Arnold, not much of a stolen base threat. You figure he's going to stay on first and move on contact here.
Pitch misses high again for ball 2. So 2-0 on Sullivan. The 2-0 is low for ball 3. Or, excuse me, that's going to be a balk on Bringle. So Arnold's going to advance to second. Look to see if Sullivan can drive in Arnold now with him in scoring position. Pitch misses low for ball 3, so a 3-0 count here on Sullivan with Nevels waiting on deck.
You would love to have guys on first and second for Bryce Nevels if you're the Crusaders, trying to put more runs on the board and get back that 12-run lead that you had before this last half inning of ball when the Crusaders were on defense, and let 3 runs come across.
The 3-1. High for ball 4. So, runners on first and second for Bryce Nevels.
Crusaders have taken a very disciplined approach at the plate today from what I've seen. You know, not a lot of swings at pitches outside of the zone, not a lot of swings at anything high or in the dirt. You know, they've taken a lot of walks, and it has paid paid dividends for them.
First pitch is outside for ball 1. 1-0 on Nevels with 2 away here in the bottom of the third. Crusaders looking to add to that lead. Pitch is inside as Nevels jumps out of the way for ball 2. Crusader bench getting loud here in the third. Pitch is outside for ball 3. So another 3-0 count.
And, you know, the issue here for the Caravan is Bryce Nevels is not exactly a guy you could throw a get-me-over fastball with, because he will tattoo that ball into the outfield.
Nevels, hard liner by third, but will be foul.
If he sees a pitch like that again, won't be good for the Caravan.
The 3-1. In there for strike 2. So count is going to be full with 2 outs here. And you're going to see Arnold and Sullivan on the run here. The 3-2 is high for ball 4. Nevels draws the walk, and that loads the bases for the Crusaders with Naughton coming up.
Randall hit the ball very well today, I believe. How many hits he got? 2?
Here's Naughton. Seen the ball, hit the ball well today. Hit the ball hard today, as like all the other Crusader batters have. With the bases loaded and 2 out in the bottom of the third. Pitch is inside for ball 1.
Crusaders continue to get ahead in the count.
Here's the 1-0. Called for strike 1. Crusaders once again threatening with the bases loaded. And it's called strike 2, so Naughton down in the count with 2 gone here.
You know, Randall here could see a variety of pitches. You know, this pitcher here has got a couple of this pitcher here could throw the breaking ball with only 1 ball. You know, he can afford to throw a pitch outside of the zone, more of a swing and miss pitch, as opposed to a get-me-over fastball like we've been seeing these pitchers throwing as they've been behind in the count very often.
That pitch is low in the dirt for ball 2. Another prediction there. Like you said, he was look for the off speed, and that's what happened. Naughton fouls it back.
And that is another souvenir for the fans who may be watching the game behind the press box, or for anyone who's on 99th Street right now.
The 2-2. So Naughton rips another foul ball. ahead of the off speed there. And we'll do it over. Bringles 2-2. Nauden flies another foul ball. So Nauden battling here, making Bringle work.
Randall's seen a lot of pitches that he likes. If you just straighten it out, it could be bad news. Could end this game.
Keep battling, and just like Triesenberg earlier, Nauden keep battling, and eventually he's got to get a pitch he likes and be able to drive one. Nauden flies it into left, and Dowling's under it, makes the catch. Crusaders add 1 at the end of the third inning. Your score: Brother Rice 3, Brother Rice 13, Mount Carmel 3. Did you know that Brother Rice TV averages thousands of viewers for varsity contests, or that we have had over 1 million viewers watch our broadcasts? We would love to welcome you as an advertiser. If you own a business and would like to be featured via ad reads, scoreboard sponsorships, or more, the opportunity for advertising is here. Please contact Tim O'Connell at 773-429-4312 for more information. That's 773-429-4312. Top of the fourth getting underway here. Your score: Brother Rice 13, Mount Carmel 3. New pitcher in for the Crusaders, number 33, Trent Guzek.
Goose, one of the many pitchers on this, one of the many senior pitchers on this staff that is headed to play collegiate ball next year.
Committed to play his college ball at Elmhurst University. As Austin Malley down 0-2 here to start the fourth inning. Guzek's 0-2 is in the dirt for ball 1.
Guzek coming in here throwing 2 fastballs, getting ahead early. 0-2 count, you can afford to miss with a breaking ball like that.
The 1-2 just missed. That's going to be ball 2. I like the location there, but no call. As that's a ball hit down the left field line, and that's going to go foul.
And are happy that went foul if you're the Crusaders. You like to keep as many runners off the base paths as possible in these latter innings because, we're approaching the slaughter roll. If you can hold them for 2 more innings, that would mean a Crusader win via slaughter.
Guzek's 2-2 in the dirt for ball 3, so count's going to draw full. With TJ McQuillan waiting on deck for the Caravan. Foul ball right back at the Crusader bench.
You know, TJ McQuaylen on deck for only being a freshman, a very dangerous hitter, you know. Not a lot of freshmen earn the ability to be the number 2 hitter on Mount Carmel's varsity baseball lineup.
A 3-2. It's a shot into the gap of left field. And that's going to be a leadoff single for the Caravan.
You know, we've seen a lot of line drives here from both sides. That's just one of the many that we've seen all game here.
So a leadoff single for Austin Maley. And TJ McQuaylen's going to step in with one on here for the Caravan. It's a pop fly. And that's going to go out of play. Guzek's 0-1 is high for ball 1. Naughton was ready. Throw down the second. As he's anticipating a steal here. As that's a fly ball into left. And that's going to fall down as a foul ball. Doherty had a long way to run to it. So it works out for the Crusaders' favor that that ball went foul.
Yes, Doherty playing TJ McQuaylen, you know, as with TJ being a lefty, playing more to his left, leaving that left field line open. So, you know, if that were to go fair, that probably would have scored the runner from first.
And McQuaylen fouls it off. And McQuaylen fighting here, putting up a battle against Guzek.
You know, in these latter innings, the Caravan hitters starting to do something they did not do earlier in the game, and that's, you know, battle, make the pitchers throw more strikes, just throw more pitches in general.
And Guzek sends him down swinging for the strikeout. And there goes one out for the Crusaders.
You know, I like to see Guzek getting strikeouts here, keeping the ball out of the air, you know, with the left field line open, and TJ hitting the ball to that left field line already. You know, you love to just throw him a strikeout pitch, get him out.
Hayes with a hard grounder over on the left side of the infield for a single. So 2 hard hit balls for singles for the Caravan here, as they have runners on second and first with 1 gone.
You know, I'd really like to get this out here. The Caravan's starting to build up some momentum. It's starting to hit this ball hard.
Joey Russo is going to step in. And that pitch is in there for strike 1.
Love a ground ball here if you're the Crusaders to try to turn a double play.
Guzek's 0-1. In there for strike 2. 2 great pitches to start off the at-bat. And Guzek's ahead 0-2.
Guzek can throw anything he wants here.
And Guzek is called for a balk. So runners will advance. And the Caravan now have runners on second and third.
You know, that eliminates the possibility of the double play here. You'd really love a strikeout here.
The 0-2. As that's a drive into center. As Hartz is not able to come up with the catch. Throw into Natanic. And that's going to be a double for Joey Russo. That's going to score, That's going to score Malley, and they'll make it 13-4.
It's almost much worse than a double that hit off the center field wall. That could have been a home run. Good job by Hartz, though, to get it in quickly.
Hart's able to play it off, a hop up, bang off the wall. As like you were saying, that ball was well hit.
You know, that's always a very tough play for a center fielder to make, you know, tracking the ball to the wall, not letting that wall affect you. You know, the best you could do there is just get it in quickly, save as many runs as you can from coming across.
As Colin Adams going to step in. As that's a grounder right back to Guzek. Going to go home with Naughton. And it's going to be out at home. So a nice heads-up play by Guzek to get the runner out at home and save a run.
And now you know you got that double play available with the runner on first and third.
That's going to be their second out. So 2 gone here with Caravan having the runners on the corners for Blaney Dowling. That's in the dirt for ball 1.
You know, Blaney Dowling's got to be weary of. He's always a dangerous hitter, like I said, hit that 3-run homer yesterday.
1-0. Dowling swings and misses for strike 1. Guzek's 1-1 is fouled off, so a 1-2 count for Guzek.
It's a big pitch there from Guzek to get ahead of Dowling, who's a very dangerous hitter, you know. A strikeout here would be huge for the Crusaders. Get out of the inning, only allowing 1 run.
Looking for an off-speed. Look for an off-speed here from Guzek. Try to get him to chase outside the zone with 2 strikes. Guzek's 1-2 as Dowling hits it over to short. Jumping dive by Natanic. Throw pulls him off the bag. Runner's going to score, and that's going to make it 13-5.
You know, it's a very hard play for Natanic to make. You know, Blaney Dowling, very fast guy, you know, quarterback for the football team. You know, you got to really have a cannon to get him out of first there.
Made a great job stopping that ball, preventing that from going into the outfield. But no, like you said, it's a hard play. You had to come down. Can't throw that ball when you're in the air.
You got to throw it
down
hard, you know, get Blaney, very fast guy. Great jump, though, to stop him from going into the outfield.
That is fouled off for strike 1. As James Nidegger is stepping in with 2 gone. Guzek's 0-1. They swung on and missed for strike 2.
Love to get him here.
Guzek with an 0-2 count. And the pitch is fouled off. Caravan runners on first and second with 2 gone here in the top of the 4th. Guzek's 0-2 is missed outside for ball 1.
Very close call.
Pitch was right there. Just missed just by an inch. As that's a hard hit grounder up to second. Sullivan's going to go over to Natanic, and they're going to get the force at second to end the top of the 4th. Aren't you guys supposed to be World Series contenders? Aren't you supposed to be World Series contenders? Bottom of the fourth, getting underway here. Crusaders lead 13-5. As Amir Gray gonna lead things off with Austin Bringle still on the mound for the Caravan. First pitch is low for ball one.
And you got to give credit to the Crusader bench here, even though it is an 8-run game, very easy for them to, be bored, knowing full well, I think everyone knows the results. It's just a matter of when, they are still staying active, still showing high energy.
Yeah, like you said, in big games like this, when you're up a lot or down a lot, it can be hard for the bench to stay active through this game. But, they've been active and loud all game, and it's probably affected the Caravan pitching a bit.
Yes.
So that pitch is in there for a strike. Be a 2-1 count on Gray.
Especially when like the crazies at the basketball games and the football games, they're very close to you. It's very easy to hear them. An opponent can very easily be affected by them.
So Gray is going to reach on first after a miscue on the flip to the pitcher.
But, as I was going to say, with the fans being all spread out, unlike the football and the basketball games where the fans are kind of close, these the bench kind of acts like what the crazies are to the football and the basketball players, really affecting how the pitcher can throw.
And Gavin Triesenberg's going to step in with Gray leading over at first. Triesenberg's going to pop it up to the shortstop. Allie called for it, and he makes the catch for the first out.
Chris Doherty coming back up, who has swung a very hot bat this entire game. Seen it well.
And Doherty, like you said, been swinging the bat well today. And has a lot of speed.
And
base running threat if he gets on.
And you notice, I believe it was last time he was up, they bought the infield in for him. It appears the infield has learned their lesson from last time, and they're playing more normal as opposed to playing up.
Throw over to first, but Gray slides back in safely.
These Crusader base runners all game have really had to keep their heads on a swivel because the Caravan are very aware of their stealing and their aggressiveness and have really thrown to first a lot.
That pitch in the dirt for a ball. Doherty looking to do some damage. Get another base hit as there's another throw over to first, and Gray's going to dive back in.
Amir Gray should be one of those guys that only really moves on contact. He's not as much of a base stealing threat compared to some of the other guys on this roster.
It's the 1-1. High for ball two.
Chris should see something he likes here.
Here's the 2-1. Outside for ball three. So 3-1 on Doherty now.
Doherty's got a good eye at the plate. Doesn't swing at anything too far outside of the zone. He's taken a lot of pitches, but he's taken a lot of pitches for balls. He's gotten on base.
A little quick throw over to first, but Gray doing a nice job of diving back into first. Bringle seems to be worried about Gray over at first a little bit.
Mears really had to keep his head on a swivel this entire Doherty at bat. They've thrown down a lot here.
3-1. Doherty flies it into right. That'll be caught for the second out. So Doherty did a nice job battling there, just did not get the result he wanted.
Yeah, you know, got a pitch he liked. It's just that it ended up in the glove of the right fielder.
And that's going to bring up Jackson Atanic now for the Crusaders with 2 gone. Pitches outside for ball 1. Bringle thrown over to first again. Throw takes a bad hop, and that's going to go over by the bullpen. So Gray's going to advance to second, and Gray is going to go in scoring position for an Atanic.
You know, a good heads-up base running by Amir Gray, though, there. You know, that was bound to happen eventually with the amount of times that the throw-over happened that at-bat. Maybe the first baseman there just didn't look ready for the throwdown.
So 1-0 is outside for ball 2.
Good discipline there from Jackson, not swinging at the pitch above the zone to try to drive Amir across. You know, he should get something good to hit right now.
So Natanic hits the ball in first. Natanic appears to think it was foul. And the Caravan's running off the field as it was fair. Not entirely sure what happened there. It hit the plate. So what happened was Natanic's ball hit the plate. So that's going to be counted as a fair ball. And that's going to bring an end to the 4th inning. Top of the 5th, getting underway here. So a new pitcher on for the Crusaders, number 27, Casey Gimzik.
And you know what? While we were at commercial break, a major development happened. The White Sox scored their first run in about 26 innings. Just thought I'd say that as a Sox fan. It has been rough.
It's in there for a strike. I can't. It's a Cub fan. Can't say it's been the same way.
Yeah, I mean, it has been sad this inning. We're looking at it.
It's one on a miss for strike 2.
You know, Casey this year, with the emergence of Jackson as a starting pitcher and Tig has seen a bullpen role, and you know he has very much excelled in that role, as we're seeing here.
Gimzik's 1-2. Good pitch, just missed inside for ball 2. The 2-2. misses for ball 3. So Luna's drawing a full count. Gimzik looking for the punch out.
Caravan batters, as of the last couple innings, have started to force these pitchers to have high pitch counts and have long at bats.
As Luna goes down swinging, chase the upstairs fastball, and there's one gone. As Joey Ireland's going to step in for the Caravan. Gimzik's first pitch is fouled off.
Casey Gimzik getting ahead early.
Be huge for the Crusaders to get a quick inning here. Gimzik's 0-1. In there for strike 2. Painted the inside part of the plate.
Casey really snuck that in there.
The 0-2 is high for ball 1.
Love a strikeout here for the Crusaders.
Gimzik's 1-2. Ireland flies that to right. Nevels is there and makes the catch for the second out. Little routine play there for Nevels and right.
Yeah, you know, if the ball was going to be in the air, you'd rather it find his glove. You know, Bryce does not make a lot of errors.
Back to the top of the lineup for Caravan, number 11, Austin Malley. Gimzik kicks, fires. And pitch misses for ball 1. It's 1-0. Misses inside again for ball 2. Gimzik's 2-0 is ripped into left, and Doherty's there to make the catch. So Gimzik makes quick work, and score remains 13-5. Bottom of the 5th, getting underway here. Score remains 13-5. Brendan Arnold is going to lead things off for the Crusaders.
You know, Brendan Arnold last time he was up to knock it on the traditional way with a slide into first, but you know he still got on.
Looking to repeat that same way. Maybe more of a traditional style base hit, but any way you get on also works. Arnold, first pitch swinging, fouls it back. You know, one thing I've noticed so far is, like we've been saying, the Crusader bench been getting loud, being active all game. You haven't heard too much of the Caravan bench at all. They've been almost dead silent this entire game.
Yeah, you know, anytime you can get ahead early, you know, put up that many runs, it basically takes the other bench out of the game.
Pitch is high for ball 1.
Good take by Brennan to even the count.
Arnold swings, but fouls it over to third. Arnold going to be in protective mode here with 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. And that hits Arnold. And he's going to make his way over to first.
Brendan Arnold finding creative ways to get on base.
2 plate appearances, 2 plate appearances and 2 times reached first.
Doing his job as a pinch hitter.
As it's going to be a pinch runner as number 1, Lance Moon, going over to pinch run at first. He's got a lot of speed over there. Wouldn't be surprised if he has the steal sign. Ryan Hartz steps in. Just in there for strike 1. Moon started his way over to second, then held up. Throw over to first as Moon gets back in there safely.
You know, that throw picked up on a good hop by the Caravan first baseman. This pitcher and first baseman do not seem to have a good connection on these throws over.
Pitch is low and outside for ball 1. So 1-1 on Hartz. Hartz hits a grounder over to third. Third baseman can't handle it. Go over to second for 1, and that's all they're going to get.
Good hustle by Hartz to avoid the double play.
So a fielder's choice for Hartz. So they go to second with it, and Moon is thrown out. And that's going to beat up number 9, Aiden Nojava.
Now, you know, with Nojava, now Bryce Neville's on deck, this could be a possibility for the Crusaders to get some runs here, with Nojava being one of the premier power hitters in this lineup.
Nojava been seeing the ball well this year. It's in there for strike 1. It's been a hitting machine. He's looking here to get a base hit. Pitches outside for ball. Catcher did not see Hartz going. And Hartz is going to have an easy stolen base.
Been doing this all day long. I think, what are we now, 10 for 10 on stolen
It's
bases?
10 for 10. Doing a great job on the base paths. It's outside for ball 2.
You know, and another thing about the Crusaders being so successful on the stolen bases, it makes the other opposing pitchers hesitant to throw breaking balls for fear of if anything goes in the dirt and behind the plate, it'll be another stolen base.
That pitch misses high for ball 3. That'll make it 3-1. Nojava looking to bring in Hartz. He fouls that one off. And that brings the count to full.
Good battle here from Nojava.
Crusaders been in this situation a lot. They've been in 3-2 counts a lot. You know, they've been doing a great job battling, fighting pitches off. It's in there, strike 3. Bringle froze Nojava on the inside pitch.
It's a very close call, very tough take.
And there's 2 gone for the Crusaders as Nevels is going to step in.
Bryce Neville is always a threat with runners in scoring position.
That pitch misses outside for ball 1. Hart's leading off from second. Pitches in the dirt. Hart's goes for third. He slides. Throw goes into left field. And Hart's is going to score. And that's going to make it 14-5. Hart's with the steal on the wild pitch. And then advances to home on the overthrow from the catcher. And that's going to make it a 14-5 ball game. As Nevels rips one down the left field line, but it's going to go foul.
A lot of balls today from both teams have seemed to have been hit down that left field line and foul.
Here's Pringles 2-1. Nevels swings and misses for strike 2. And it's going to bring a 2-2 count.
Love to see Bryce get on here.
2-2. So Nevels hits it right back to the pitcher. He'll flip over to first, and that'll be the third out. Crusaders add 1. The score is 14-5. Crusaders lead. Do an Andrew or somebody.
Worried that your old, inefficient furnace might not make it through another winter? Call Four Seasons today to schedule your free in-home estimate on a new furnace from only $39 per month. Furnace and AC combos from $57 per month, and take advantage of rebates up to $2,500. Four Seasons will beat any competitor's estimate by up to $500, guaranteed. Call your trusted local experts today. For all the right reasons, call 866-4Seasons.
TJ McQuillan's going to start the inning with a leadoff double. And the Caravan are going to have a runner on second to start the inning. Patrick Hayes going to step in for the Caravan. Gibzik comes set, kicks and fires. Hayes swings through it, and it's 0-1. Gibzik checking over at second. Hayes swings and misses for strike 2.
You'll to see Casey getting strikeout pitches like this. You would love a strikeout here with a runner in scoring position already to start off the inning with no outs for the Caravan.
Pitches in the dirt. McQuillan's going to steal third with a no throw. So Caravan have a runner 90 feet from home here with nobody out. Gimzik's 1-2 is hit over by the second. That's a pass to diving Sullivan. That's gonna score. That's gonna score McQuillan. That's gonna make it 14-6.
You know, that's a tough play, making it past the outstretched arms of the second baseman. Hit on a hard line drive, but just a good job to get the ball in.
Joey Russo gonna step in for the Caravan. Pitches, gets past Naughton. Naughton throw over to second. And ball slips out of Natanik's glove. Great throw by Naughton there. Would have had him if the ball did not slip out.
Hey, you know, great heads-up play by Naughton to try to gun down the runner.
The 1-0 is hit over to Natanik. Or, excuse me, Triesenberg. That hits off his chest, going to right. That's going to score Hayes. And that makes it 14-7. So Caravan with 3 straight hits and have cut the lead in half with a 14-7 game.
Got to get a strikeout here if you're Gimzik. Try to keep the ball on the ground, steer momentum away from the Caravan where it's headed right now.
It's going to bring in Colin Adams. Still no one out. Pitches inside for ball 1. Naughton loses track of it, but no steal at first. Gimzik's 1-0. It's high for ball 2. Gimzik struggling with his command and finding the strike zone.
Need a strike here.
And is going to bring a meeting here at the mound. This Caravan have started the same with 3 straight hits. Scored 2 runs and make it a 14-7 ball game. So there was a defensive substitution that we've missed. Excuse me. Aiden Ohava goes over to third now. Trusenberg shifts over to short, and Natanik over to second. Adams on a 2-0 count. Gimzik kicks, fires. In there for strike 1. Gimzik looking to bounce back here. The 2-1 is away for ball 3. There's going to be no throw down to second. So Russo has a stolen base on the wild pitch. Three-one count on Adams. Gimzik kicks, fires. High for ball 4. So runners on first and second, still no one out. Caravan threatening here this inning. As Joey Ireland is going to step in for the Caravan.
Joey Ireland has seen the ball well today.
That pitch is back. Runner started to advance, but then went back. Throw down to second. But Russo gets back in there.
Almost trouble there for the Caravan. Looks like Russo on first base, or runner on first thought that there was a double steal on. Runner on second did not steal.
Gimzik's 1-0. Misses low for ball 2. 2-0 is up high for ball 3. Ireland started the swing but held up.
Gimzik really needs to get a strike here.
And Gimzik has fallen behind 3-0. Pitch is in there for strike 1. The 3-1 to Ireland is low for ball 4. So the Caravan have the bases loaded with nobody out. And they're going to have the top of their lineup coming up. Or excuse me, that was Blaney Dowling batting. As James Nidegger is going to step in. So Caravan, not at the top of their lineup.
Well, at least now for the Crusaders, you got to force everywhere. Go home with it if it's hit short.
Caravan threatening here in the top of the 6th. They've already scored 2. It just misses for ball 1. Like we were saying earlier, the Crusaders, both these teams have great offenses. As Nidegger hits it over to short for 1, over to first for 2. That's a double play. Huge double play for the Crusaders. They'll trade the 2 outs for the run. I'll make it 14-8. But a huge double play as that gets them 2 gone.
It's huge. You needed that if you're the Crusaders. You're really falling behind, losing momentum. Caravan, we're starting to creep up on you, starting to make this a game. And just as that happens, Casey gets a good ground ball double play.
As there's going to be a pinch hitter for the Caravan. It's number 8. Vince Winters is going to pinch hit. As he fouls it off towards the right side. The 0-1 from Gimzik. In there for strike 2.
It's huge.
Gimzik 1 pitch away from getting out of an inning that the Caravan could have done some serious damage to. The 0-2. Just missed. I like that location, but home plate umpire thought it was a little too high.
Just a little bit lower than that. It'll probably be a strikeout.
And that pitch is going to hit him. So Caravan going to have the runners on the corners. And Joey Ireland coming up to the plate. Two on, 2 out for the Caravan here in the top of the 6th. Runner steals first, second. And they got the runners in a pickle now. Natanik slides down. Roy over to third, and they got a pickle. Nodin over to Gimzik. Gray over to Triesenberg. Triesenberg's going to chase him down and tag him. Crusaders get the 3rd out in the pickle. And the Crusaders limit the damage to only 3. Going into the bottom of the 6th. Your score, Crusaders 14, Caravan 8. Bottom of the sixth, getting underway here. New pitcher on the mound for the Caravan, number 30, Peyton Robinson. As Randall Naughton's going to lead things off for the Crusaders in the home half of the sixth.
Obviously a big inning from the Crusaders here to make up for some of the damage done last half inning by the Caravan.
Robinson fires and Naughton fouls it back. Like you were saying earlier, Crusaders going to try to answer back and make up for some of that damage that was done in the top half of the sixth. As Naughton hits a dribbler, but it's going to go foul.
Smart play by the catcher there to just kind of let that go foul, not make a rush to go get that, knowing the speed of Randall, he would have reached easily without even a contest.
So Robinson's 0-2. In the dirt for ball one.
Could take from Randall on the breaking ball, knowing it was coming, knowing strikeout pitch. That was a strikeout pitch.
The 1-2. Naughton hits it over to third base. Throw over to first is there for the first out.
Good play from the third baseman there. You knew it had to be a very hard throw, knowing the speed of Randall. And, it's not easy to catch those line drives and those one-hoppers.
As the first baseman, Amir Gray, is going to step in now with one gone. Pitches in the dirt for ball one. There's the 1-0. Is there for a called strike one. There's the 1-1. And it hits Gray. Gray hit by the pitch, and that's going to advance him to first. Crusaders have a runner on with Triesenberg coming up.
Triesenberg's been swinging a great bat lately.
Triesenberg flies it and into the parking lot. Little breaking news for any of you who are watching this instead of the NFL drafts. Panthers have made the first overall pick and have selected Bryce Young. As Gray is going to steal second. And he is slow to get up. Gives a thumbs up and he's good.
Okay.
Panthers team Bears traded with the number one pick, selecting Bryce Young and getting their quarterback of the future.
The pitcher there almost got a mirror, with the fake throw to the plate and then throws to first, being a lefty, easily able to do that.
As Triesenberg rips one to right. Catch is made. Gray tagging from second. He'll be into third safely. So 2 away here in the bottom of the sixth, with Gray standing at third and Doherty stepping in.
Doherty would love an RBI here. He's been hitting well all day. Amir Gray, good tag up there despite the little injury scare a moment ago.
And it's a wild pitch. Gray's going to hold up at third. Robinson comes set and fires. Pitches in the dirt again for ball 2, but Gray's going to stay put at third.
Dortz will eventually get a pitch to hit here, one would think, with him being up 2-0 in this count.
Dortz going to look to bring home Gray and extend this Crusader lead. Pitch is high for ball 3, so 3-0 count on Doherty with Natanic on deck. Robinson's 3-0. Low for ball 4. Doherty draws the walk. Runners on the corners for Natanic.
Might be a Doherty steal coming up here to avoid this double play situation that has just came out.
Doherty's going to take off for second. And the pitcher's going to be called for ball. Another correct prediction by Mike.
One out count. You hope Jackson sees something he likes here.
Pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. Runners stay put. Two runners in scoring position for the Crusaders. As a base hit would most likely drive in both runners with the speed that Doherty has over at second.
You know, this narrow backstop at this Brother Rice home field really playing a part here. You know, a lot of pitches that have bounced off the backstop that at most other fields would score a mirror.
Robinson's 2-1. Natanic rips it through the left side of the infield for a base hit. That's going to score Gray. Doherty rounding third. He's going to head home. The throw is offline. Natanic's going to advance to second on the throw. So that's going to be a 2-run single for Natanic and an advance to second. That's going to make it 16-8.
Love to see Brennan Arnold, who's gotten on base in each of his 2 at-bats, find a way to get on again, possibly drive in Natanic, who is in scoring position.
First pitch misses for ball 1. Robinson's 1-0. Outside for ball 2. Arnold is ahead 2-0. Or excuse me, the count is 1-1, excuse me. So Robinson's 1-1. Is in the dirt for ball 2. Natanic thought about going third, but then went back.
Surprise hold there from Natanic, who's been very aggressive on the base pass all game.
So now Arnold is ahead 2-1. Robinson's 2-1. In there for strike 2. Robinson's 2-2. Arnold swings and misses at strike 3. Crusaders had 2 runs though, and your score is 16-8 heading in top of the 7th. Top 7 getting started here. New pitcher on the mound for the Crusaders. They're bringing in the southpaw, Josh Sutker. So come on to face Joey Ireland. First pitch is low for ball 1.
Sucker, you'd love to have a quick inning here, especially with the Crusaders up 8 runs. Love to not drag this out.
Ireland swings and misses for strike 1. Sutker's 1-1 is low for ball 2. Sutker will have Ireland, Mal, and McQuillan due up for the Caravan this inning. So Ireland fouls it back, and we'll bring it to 2-2. And Sutker's going to step off. The 2-2 is in the dirt for ball 3. That's going to bring the count to full. Sutker's 3-2. In there, strike 3. Got him looking. Sutker sends Ireland down. And there's 1 gone here in the 7th.
Sucker didn't like it, but that was a good pitch. It was a competitive pitch, and he chose not to swing at it.
Austin Malley going to step in for the Caravan with 1 gone. And Sutker's pitch is in there for strike 1.
Sucker has had an approach where he's pounded the zone so far.
And Malley's going to fly it into left. Doherty is under it and makes the catch. So 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. And Caravan are down to their final out. With TJ McQuillan stepping in for the Caravan. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Sutker's 1-0. Misses low for ball 2.
Let's see a strikeout here from Sucker. Keep the ball out of play. Keep attacking the strike zone like he's been doing.
Sutker's 2-0. Misses for ball 3. So a 3-0 count on McQuillan with Hayes waiting on deck. And misses for ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk. And that's going to bring up Pat Hayes. So Caravan have a runner on first now with 2 gone, and Pat Hayes is going to step into the box. Hayes rips one foul off the back net. Sutker's 0-1. Hayes hits it back to Sutker. Over to first. Got him for the final out. Crusaders go on to win this one 16-8. A dominant showing by them as they have kept the bats rolling today. 12 hits, 16 runs, 10 stolen bases. Dominant offensive showing by them today. Crusaders take the series sweep of this week against the Caravan. And that's going to do it for our broadcast. I'm Brian Sheehan, alongside with me, Michael Moonen. Thank you to our cameraman, Joe McGregor, and our producer, Brian Dollagale. Have a good night.